Next up on Jason's video game source, we got Saros, Saros. I might be calling this game by two different names by the end of this video. Um, Developed by House Marquee. I think they're a Finnish developer, and came out April 30th exclusively for the PlayStation 5. I'm playing this on the PlayStation 5 Pro. So, Saros is a roguelike, but to me, it's not a true roguelike. Like, you start at the beginning of the average roguelike game and you progress from the beginning all the way to the end. That's like traditional roguelikes. Saros, and by the way, this is like an impressions, thoughts of Saros. So basically, I don't know, PlayStation got their hands on this game a lot or whatever, but it's kind of like a medium roguelike, I would say. But it is different. This isn't like Spider-Man or God of War, the modern games, Uncharted. It's not like that. It is a roguelike in essence and philosophy and everything. But they got a lot of help. First of all, there's modifiers where you can adjust the difficulty. Most roguelikes I play, like Spelunky and Hades 2 most recently on the Switch 2, don't have difficulties. So there's a lot of different things about Saros compared to a lot of the roguelikes that I played. As far as House Marquee, I started playing their games back on the PlayStation 3 called Super Starters HD, and I actually got a platinum in that game. You could check. I'm pretty sure I got a platinum in that game. You could check my gamer tag if you want. So I started off playing Super Starters HD, and started playing Alien Nation. Then I started playing what's the launch title for the PlayStation 4? Resogun. So I played Resogun. So a lot of the House Marquee earlier games were like 2D or the top down view, isometric views of video games, shooters. I like into my old school childhood game Gauntlet in arcade. But since they did Returnal, which you might have heard of, Returnal was their last game. Saros is the current game. Saros is a current game, and those switched a perspective to over the shoulder third person. So I would say Saros is similar to Returnal in some ways as far as how it looks and everything. But even Returnal, when I played, I think I made about 90 gameplay videos for Returnal on Jason's video game source, and I made about maybe around 90 published for Saros at this time if you want to go look at those. But Returnal, you could pop health potions, and you have to start at the beginning of the whole map, the whole biomes, everything. You have to start at the beginning. And Saros, you don't. You could choose the biomes as you unlock them. Pro tip, you'll have to play the game as intended by the developers in the first two biomes. I forgot the name of the first biome, but the second biome is like you're in the dungeon and stuff. You have to beat that boss, and after that, you can start manipulating the difficulty at this robot that's at the passage. The passage is the hub of Saros, and the thing is that the passage to me is a big part of the game, because I'm gonna mess this guy's name up if I don't pronounce it or read it. Arjun Devraj. So you play as Arjun Devraj, who's basically an intergalactic force corpo agent with this company that I forgot the name of. And basically, in the game, you're part of a team called Echelon. Like you're like a company, a corporal company that goes to planets and survey the planets and stuff. Anyways, what's the name of this planet? This planet is called Carcosa. And yeah, they get these eclipses, and it transmogrifies the terrain and enemies and stuff. It starts getting really Lovecraftian, if you know what I mean. A little weirdness going on. I like the weirdness. So the first, you have to play the game in the first two biomes, the first two chapters. I think the game basically had 8 chapters, 8 biomes, all said and done. But you have to play the game intended as the developers wanted you to, which is great, because it was challenging to me. Now you're gonna hear all these gamers, elitists, or casual talk about it. As a guy who made 93,000 gameplay videos, I actually love the fact that you can adjust the difficulty, because that means I can just make the gameplay videos faster and publish them faster. So I like that. I don't have to start over if I die and all that stuff. So yeah, casual people, House Marquee, I think it might be a smart move that you did do this, because you're going to get more people to play your game. I really believe Saros is going to get more people compared to say Returnal play it. Now the hardcore elitist, by the way, hardcore elitist, you can adjust the difficulty to make the game more stringent and more hardcore. You know, if that's your thing, right? So you go into the passage and you talk to this machine that has it's kind of weird. This machine has like a little dark soul to it and anything. But you talk to this machine called Primary, where you have armor matrix. You can upgrade the protagonist and everything. You can upgrade the abilities and the modifiers that he gets and how he uses them. You know, there's a lot of weapons in this game, a lot of modifiers, a lot of artifacts that manipulate how you play in the biomes and stuff. Because a lot about the game has to do with you playing well in these biomes. Lots of kills, don't die, and you get these multiplier aspects. I think it's called proficiency, and it's like a gameplay mechanic that ups your attack, ups your weapons, and it just makes you more powerful. So if you play better, you get more powerful. There's shields, there's main weapon, and then there's a power weapon that you can use. The maps are all, I think they're all pretty much sure they're all like generated, you know, differently and stuff like that. The maps are pretty good. The biomes are very different in how they look, and you know, exploration and everything is pretty fun. I did buy the deluxe edition, so I got like the God of War armor. I got the Astra armor that the lady in Return of War, so and a couple other armors. So yeah, you can switch armors. You can upgrade weapon. You could no actually your weapons are like upgradable. You like get new weapons as you play in the biome. You just like these little kiosks. You hit them, and all of a sudden a new weapon, like a pistol or a handgun or a crossbow. You know, later on and stuff. As you keep playing the game, you start unlocking Metroidvania-esque abilities like grappling the hooks to get the newer areas and stuff like that. NPCs, you're part of this team called Echelon 4, I believe. And you're looking for Echelon 1. The part of the story goes that this Arjun guy, you know, he has a history going on that might not be that good. Like, people kind of don't respect him about the history of how he acts, and just, I guess, personal life matters and stuff. Anyways, he's basically has to go out and like go and find the missing members and stuff. But I'm getting to the point in the game, spoilers, that there is like not time jump, but time manipulation sequences on this planet and stuff. Like, for instance, spoiler alert, he is actually looking for his partner, and you know, she could be dead or be alive at this point. I don't know. I'm about halfway through the content of the game at this point. So yeah, I'm having a great time with it, and I think it was intelligent for House Marquee to add these modifiers. You know, like PC gamers, you know, that they live on modifiers, they live in mods. You know, that's kind of what they added to this game, just mods basically, where you can manipulate how easy or how difficult, and you could balance it within primary. Again, primary is in the passage, and the passage basically is like a place where the NPCs, like three or four NPCs at this point. You start like unlocking more of the area and unlocking more NPCs. Think Demon Souls, the Nexus has kind of got that energy going on with it and stuff. So yeah, man, it's I would say medium roguelike. It's not a full roguelike. I don't think it is. And yeah, I'm playing in an easy mode so I can fly through the game and make as many gameplay videos as I can. Oh yeah, second chances ability you actually get, so you can get revived automatically in this game if you get killed by a boss or stuff. And the bosses are dynamic, they're different, and they are challenging. I did beat 2 bosses. I beat the first boss on the first try, which is like the regular difficulty. Then I just beat the last Biome 3 and Biome 4 bosses on my first try because I'm playing an easy. Easy mode's easy. If I want to make it difficult, I could if I want to, but I don't. So there's that. And you got to just understand how the power attack works, how the shield works. And the whole thing at this point with me is I'm just looking at colors. I'm looking at yellow, blue, and red. Red, you know, you can't block those. Yellow, and you know, you could dash through yellow, you could dash through blue attacks and stuff. You could absorb blue attack with your shield that can, you know, revitalize your power attack and dish out massive damage and stuff. But it is a bullet hell. Make no mistake about it. There will be 1,000 things coming at you, and you just gotta, like, over practice. You die quite a bit, and you get good, and you start just looking at colors. You're looking at colors, and you could adjust like the aiming and everything, and so things are a little more easier in controls and everything, in menu options and everything. But yeah, it's a game that I guess is gonna reach more people. I think Saros is gonna reach more people than Returnal because it does have those difficulty modifiers, Carcosa protection modifiers that I use, and there's also trial modifiers that the trial modifiers make the game harder. The protection modifiers make the game easier. So yeah, that's a big part of the game, and I'm actually glad they did that because more people will be able to play this game on the easier difficulties, no doubt. Because it is easy. And easy is easy, and on normal it's actually challenging. I died quite a bit on that biome 2. So if you could get to biome 2 and beat that boss, and you get to the difficulty setting, you can just turn it on easy and just fly through the game real easily. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else I need to tell you. And while you're out in the biomes and stuff, there's these holo caches that are like futuristic hologram messages left by people of the past and the other echelon teams that came before Arjun and stuff. So it has a lot of that. It also has the comms energy of the modern games where your friends are talking in your ear as you're walking around and shooting stuff and so it does definitely have some of that Sony first AAA first party modernization to it and stuff. But yeah, man, I'm enjoying it. I actually do like it better than Returnal. I didn't even get that far in Returnal. I think I got to halfway through Returnal before I had to play something else, and Returnal is more roguelike. Let's just say that. Saros is not as a roguelike, but I'm having a great time with it. I like the story so far. It's convoluted at first. It's disjointed at first, but I'm liking the story. I like the weirdness of it and everything was going on. I like the various origin sequences. I like the passage which is like the hub area where you can talk to NPCs and upgrade and everything and plan your next outing, because you will die and you will have to go through rinse, die, and repeat type thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's about it. All right, before I go, I want to talk about a little thing what's going on with Google and YouTube. I have my own brand. It's called jasonsvideogamesource.com. It's a website that I created from scratch and everything because YouTube demonetized me back in 2022. So I created this website, which is now the authority on everything I do as far as Jason's Video Game Source, including the videos and stuff. Like I just learned this week that Google is blocking my website. Okay, Google, if you don't know, owns YouTube, and pretty much two biggest search engines in the world are YouTube and Google. So they kind of monopolize the search aspect of it. Like the next one is Bing, right? The Bing and Yandex and all of them, they all show my website. They all help me out. Basically, they don't hide nothing. Like YouTube basically is saying, or Google is basically saying that we're only going to show YouTube. We're not going to actually show your website and the search results and everything. So that's their business decision. I'm taking it personal. Okay, so I need your help, whether it's YouTube or my website. Help me out, spread the word, because over the years, personally, I have personal YouTube accounts and I watch a lot of gaming, gamers on YouTube talk, and I hear all this shit about how YouTube hates them and the algorithm. They never got demonetized. Not one of these people. I'm not going to name names because I love them. I've been watching them for years. A lot of gaming YouTube channels. They over the years, now they got 1 million subscribers. They never got demonetized. I got demonetized. So, and if you don't believe me, go on Google right now and type in jasonsvideogamesource.com. You might see a text display in the AI saying what my website's about, but there's no links. There's none of that. They're not helping me. My website. They want to make it like YouTube is authority on my content when it's not. YouTube is just a part. YouTube is just a part of Jason's Video Game Source. Jason's Video Game Source is about written reviews, it's about forums, it's about communities, it's about a bunch of other, social media aspects. It's about a lot of me writing the reviews and stuff, not using AI and shit. So Jason's Video Game Source is a lot. It's not just YouTube videos, but yeah, the majority of my content, what I'm known for, is videos and stuff. So yeah, jasonsvideogamesource.com is a commercial website. You can become a member on it, paid or free. You get all access if you just sign up with a free account, a basic account, you get access to my reviews and everything. Or you can pay, which I really would appreciate. $20 one time, $20 for lifetime no ads, and I also got a subscription membership too. So that's me, YouTube, and Google right now in a nutshell. Either way, I mean, if you just love YouTube, just keep helping me out on YouTube, man. But I just smirk when I heard over the years how a lot of these people are complaining about the algorithm. They never got demonetized and all that stuff. So it's kind of funny to me. Anyways, at least he's making the content right. So that's about it for Saros. Apologize for the rant and everything, but that's life and that's business. So, also my brother, who's the best streamer on earth, Bobby Vegas Gaming. In my heart of hearts, he is, because he talks to everybody. He tries to, it's very difficult as a streamer, I guess, because I'm not a streamer. I got streams going, and you can watch them of my past gameplay. I played hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of video games for this channel, and you can see the gameplay and stuff. But that's about it. Have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for the support. Later.